Hello everyone, Dr. Nikhil here. So NEET-PG 2024 is finally here. I'm recording this at the midnight of 10th August and I really don't think that the exam is going to get any more postponed. They've done all the rectification, they've made all the changes and they've already postponed it once. So I really don't think that's going to happen again. It's going to happen. The exam is happening, guys. A lot of unfairness has happened. I know many people have also gotten centers which are very far away from their home. They have to make travel arrangements. There were sudden changes in the centers. All of that has happened. But now you're in the final moment. You all just will finally appear for the exam for once and for good. So the first thing is just don't panic. I know it is easier said than done and it is a natural tendency to panic at this point. But just think about it a little logically, that you have done so many months, so many years maybe of hard work and preparation. How would you feel if all of that is lost just because you panicked in the last moment? It doesn't really make a lot of sense, right? So just try not to panic, just be calm. You've done everything that you could. All your strategization would work. All the hard work that had to be put in, you've put in during the preparation phase. Now it's just time to hit the final strike. If it helps, just talk to positive people in your life, talk to your family, talk to your friends, preferably non-medico friends. Don't talk about the syllabus and what all you've done, तूने क्या किया, मैंने क्या किया. Often that only leads to more anxiety in my experience. And just don't overthink it. Just be calm and be completely confident in yourself. You have given it your all. You only have to give the final strike. Overthinking will only cloud your judgment, cloud your memory, and reduce your ability to recall the facts. That is very important during the exam. So just don't do that. You can see this as an analogy of filling a glass of water. You have had a glass of water and you have filled it drop by drop all throughout the year with your preparation, and now it is full up to the brim. Now all you have to do is to just pick it up and carry it till the end of the line. So you would want that none of the water should be spilled, right? You will carry it very carefully and very meticulously, and also with speed though. So it is just like that. Just don't overthink, just be calm and carry this glass of water till the end of the line. It's already filled with all the information that you need. So all you have to do is carry it. Now one question is what to study in the last day. If you're someone who gets very panicky, then you can just skip the studying, you can do nothing at all. Trust me, you've put in all the work. But if you're up for studying, I would suggest that revise all the volatile stuff, all the memory based stuff which is easily forgotten, because giving one last revision to all such kind of stuff really does help. If that question comes in the exam, and even though it is volatile, since you've revised it recently, it comes up in your short-term memory and you're able to strike it instantly, and you save time in such questions and you've got more time to think for the questions that require analysis. Touching a little upon the new pattern, I would say that the pattern is new for everyone. Like, it's not unfair that only a few people are facing the new pattern and a few people are not. I mean, in the fundamental sense, it is unfair because this is the first time you're facing this new pattern, and there have been a lot of disturbances with the exam suddenly getting postponed. But now you all are facing the new pattern equally. It's not that a few people are being exposed to the old pattern and a few people are exposed to the new pattern. No, everyone is exposed to the new pattern. Everyone will find it new. So you'll be at the level ground. Again, in such exams, it is not the absolute performance or the absolute marks that matter, but it's the percentile that matters. How well have you performed compared to others? And if others are also in the same state as you, then it all gets leveled out. Another doubt that I've seen circulating around is about the afternoon slot. Like, it's troublesome for a few people, especially the ones who feel sleepy after the lunch, and I am in that category. After lunch, I feel extremely sleepy and I just need to have that nap. It sometimes goes up to an hour, but I just need to have it. So how to tackle this? In this regard, I'd say that you can have a heavier breakfast and a relatively lighter lunch. But one thing that I'd like to emphasize here very strongly is to avoid eating any sweet stuff to give yourself an instant carbohydrate rush. Because that instant sugar rush will also eventually lead to a sugar crash, and that might happen right in the middle of the exam. And in that case, you won't be able to think, your thinking ability will suddenly be clouded. And that won't be very good. So instead, just go for complex carbohydrates in the morning and have protein also, because protein will lead to satiety. It will give you a feeling of fullness, and complex carbs will give you sustained energy throughout the day. And just time your lunch in a way that you get time for a short nap before the exam, because once you have that, then it will reduce the chances of feeling sleepy during the exam. and that will work in your favor. In fact, I think that the afternoon slot might actually be beneficial because especially for someone like me, I'm extremely sleepy in the early morning and I need quite a lot of time to get out of that sleep inertia. Sometimes I really think that an afternoon slot would be cool. It comes with its own problems, of course, but it might also be beneficial in that you are the most active in that phase, especially if you're someone like me who's very drowsy in the morning. Anyway, one more important thing is please avoid silly mistakes. You have done all the preparation, and at this last moment, you cannot afford to make silly mistakes. So definitely read the question fully. Even if you have read the first few lines and you think that you know the answer, please read it fully. The question might be asking something else. And the questions are often framed in such a manner only, like, you can get overconfident reading the first few lines and you can mark the wrong answer. They've also framed the options in that way. So please don't let that happen. Read the question fully, look out for the words like not or except, which is correct or which is incorrect. Please read all of that carefully. As for how many questions to attempt, I would suggest that attempt maximum questions as possible. Like ideally you should attempt all of the questions. Most of the toppers have all suggested that you should aim for attempting maximum questions. If you want to leave, then don't leave more than 6 or 7 questions, I would say. Attempt at least more than 190 questions, and that would increase the chance of getting a greater score. Now, if there is a question about a fact which you have never heard of, which you just don't know anything about, just instantly leave it. Please don't try to apply a lot of brains to it. Just think about it for a while if you can recall it from somewhere. But if you think that this information sounds completely new, instantly leave that question and mark it for review later. In the questions in which you can rule out only one option, you can also leave these questions for review because you are in doubt among 3 options. Speaking about the questions in which you have ruled out 2 options, definitely make educated guesses in such questions and go for it quickly. And don't leave such kind of questions for review later. Anyway, that's it. I'll just end this video here. I'll not waste a lot of your time. All the very best to all of you. You've got this. Don't worry. Just go in there. Just don't overthink. Give it your best. Relax. The paper is often easier than you expect or easier than you imagine. So just go in there, just rock it, and I will see you on the other side very soon. Goodbye.